Welcome to Atlantic Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for May, June 2022. Happy birthday, Gemini. You are in your own sign. You are in the sign of air, and your house is the first house, so it's all about you and how you present to the world. So the spotlight is on you. And there we have the energy around is the King of Swords. Very male energy coming through, clarity coming through. We're in your sign. This could be a man of your life of a similar, air sign. Just very much about, having clarity about where you're going, what you're doing. We're in the sign of Gemini, so it's all about communication, ideas, quick thinking, change as well. Like Geminis are chameleons. They can go from this to that in 5 seconds flat. They're very, very dynamic and energetic people. Extremely. I know many and have many people in my life from Gemini signs, and they're just incredibly agile and smart. So there we go. The energy first where you are right now is you make a decision. You're going around and round in your head, to and fro. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do this? Do I do that? The key to this card is just make the decision and move on. It's only a weak card, but you've got to make this decision. You've got clarity here. Just do it. Let's see what's influenced that though, Gemini, and in turn will influence the whole reading. We have the Magician. Are you going to take that step? The Spirit Messenger coming in, so very much Mercury, which is one of your planets. It's the planet of communication. It's a speedy planet. It's very much from the spirit world as well coming through. Okay, what will you do? Line it up, make the decision. There's risk and there's potential, and they go hand in hand, Gemini, and you of all signs know this, so just do it. It's not going to be, even Stevens all the way. You know how life works. It goes up, it goes down. But you just do it. Big opportunity to go for it. Big risk. Who cares? Just as long as you do it. So make that decision. Because this trumps this. So you don't want to be sitting there going, I should have done that. Especially in your first house, because it is all about you and how you sell yourself to your environment and your community. Let's have a look what you were up to in your 12th house, so April, May. So you might be you've been in a bit of in the underworld for 4 weeks. And we have the Scorpio card. Very much the card of the transformation. Very much the card of going down to the very depths of the ocean and finding all sorts of old relics down there and bringing them up. This is the card of Pluto governs, the planet Pluto governs Scorpio, so it's all about sort of really revealing a darker side of humanity, like sex and not so much drugs, but it's sex, and it's all things taboo, things that most people don't want to talk about, or the house of secrets, really. So you've been there, but now whilst you were there, very intuitive time as well, Gemini, you've sort of come up with some amazing ideas, and you've just got to fly with them, or else regret at your peril. And I feel like you know that already, so you just have to get on. Recent influences, and we have the Hanging Man, going with the flow. Go with the flow as well. The project itself will take time, but you need patience as well. So don't expect it to be like as speedy as you are, but it's just going to take time. I feel like it's a pretty big project, so it's something really worthwhile for you. So learn the art of patience. Transformation, new projects, learning patience and going with the flow. Big cards. Lots of intuition around too, Gemini, so remember that from that time, April, May, very intuitive time for you. You may have found it quite sort of unreal, really. It's like a dream time. The lesson you'll be learning. Okay, new love coming in, new projects coming in, very emotional. Things sort of feed and grow. You put a seed in the ground, you feed it, you grow it. But this could be new relationships, all this kind of thing. Very much emotional, new relationships. Just grow it along, but have patience. You know, go in there, there's always a risk, but transform. Make sure, sitting here, transformation, don't do things the way you've always done them, because you'll get the same result. New emotional connections coming in, but make sure that you do things in accordance with the new way of doing, not the old same old, because you'll get the same result and then you'll be cross. Okay, let's have a look at the first week of June, so near future, and we have the Two of Cups. So definitely there could be some soul connection coming in. Now, with all soul connections, I have to remind you, they can be very short and sweet, or they can be long, have longevity. But the thing is, there's messages and lessons within that soul connection. So you've got to sort of have this way of looking at it that's completely different to how you've done before. And the connection's the connection. No matter how much they might annoy you, but you're magnetized towards them. But they're there for a reason and a lesson. So in it comes, Gemini. Very much a soul connection. Don't miss out. Whilst you're in your mind going, will I, won't I, will I, won't I, it'll just float by. Okay, so what's happening you're not realising? We have the High Priestess, keeping your own counsel. Very intuitive card here. You've just come out of the biggest intuitive house, the 12th house. Now you're in the first house. You really need to learn to trust your intuition. It's huge this month. There will be soulmates, connections coming through, but don't miss them whilst you're sitting there umming and ahhing whether you should do it or not. Because the High Priestess is the absolute High Priestess of intuition and connections. So I'll say it once and never again, but don't rule it out. You're in a good place. I'd hate for you to miss out. How others see you. This will be interesting, Gemini. The Emperor. Yes, very strategic, very disciplined, getting on with things, getting things done, doing really well in your world, whatever that is. And this is Geminis. They're very much people who, they're builders in a way too. They've just got these, they're full of ideas that they never stop. It starts early morning when they get up, and it doesn't stop all day till they go to sleep. So they're very much, the Emperor is control. It's just getting to where you want to go, but it's having patience. So whatever this new project is, you can do it. People are looking at you as being very much a person that can achieve really good results, because you have a way of applying yourself to a project, and very much too. But if this is like control or someone trying to control you, well, you need to transform that as well. It can be like that too, that you can be very much controlled by a partner or something like this, but you've got to stick to your transformation and go, no, I'm not doing that anymore. That's a red flag. But really, like, the Emperor is great. You can get to wherever it is you want to go. Absolutely. What you're feeling positive about. And we have the Queen of Coins. So there you are, sitting there, very happy. People coming around at your house. This is you. Just nice house, fun, fun times at your house. Very home and hearth. Very grounded. Really having a great time this next 4 weeks. Very much the Queen. Very earthed as well. So very nice. Okay, let's see the final outcome, how we will go. So when we change over to Cancer, which is on the 19th of June, we'll have things up in the air. So just make sure that you make those decisions, because you don't want to get 3 weeks down the track and go, oh, I still haven't done it. I still don't know whether I should have done it. Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? This is also spying and gossiping, sort of people talking about you, well, whatever. But it's not grounded, this card. So make sure that you really apply yourself. You've got all these really great things here, Gemini. Don't blow it by not making that decision, or, you know, just stick with the transformation. And people might talk about you. Good, as long as they're talking about you. They can. But don't, you know, don't not take the opportunity that's being presented to you. The message. Patience. At the end of the way is freedom. Till then, patience. Patience is a fine, noble quality. It implies that everything is possible in the timelessness of space and being. And a deep knowingness reminds you that nothing can fail you but your own impatience. Happy, happy birthday to all the Geminis I know and love. Have a great time and just use these great sort of influences and enjoy the next 4 weeks. Thank you so much for listening.